Hello guys, how are you doing today? This is Ayodeji, and we're back live on again on FarmerHubTV. Um, Thank you for joining us and for being part of the show. You're most welcome today. We have a very unique topic today to talk about. It's a topic about technology in agriculture, and we have a very wonderful guest who is going to be helping us shedding light on technology and how they are used, especially about drone technology in agriculture. So we're going to be back in like a few minutes. I'm just going to put the intro on, and then we can get started. Thank you for joining us. All right. Thank you once again for joining us. This is from our TV, and you're welcome once again to our show. And like I said, we do have a wonderful guest on here who's going to be talking to us about technology in agriculture by the name of Mr. Femi Adekoya, who is also popularly known as Femi Farmer. So I'm going to bring him out right now. Good day, Femi Farmer. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm very fine. Thank you for having me on the show.
Okay, so
go
on.
Yeah, okay. I said it's good to be on the show, speaking
All
with
right.
fellow enthusiasts.
We're glad to have you on the show as well. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So that's a unique name, Femi Farmer. I know your name is Femi Adekoya, but you're probably known as Femi Farmer.
Yes.
So can you just give us a little delve into how that came about?
Well, actually, the name Femi Farmer was just stamped on me because of what I do, my passion and my love for agriculture while I was an undergraduate at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. So, when there are a lot of Femi, in school, but they want to talk about me or mention me to the detail, so they have to put the farmer there. So Femi Farmer. So that's the way it came about. And I said, oh, it's a good one because I'm proud to be a farmer. I'm never ashamed to be called one. And that's the way the name came about. And I think I love it, showing my passion and what I stand for and what I want to give my word. Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's a unique name. And, so you don't mind if that's what we're calling here as well. So
I don't mind. I'm very sure.
That's good.
Good one.
So Femi, technology in agriculture. My very first question to you is: we're talking in the context of Nigeria. Are we there yet?
Let me get you again, please.
I'm talking to you in the context of Nigeria because I believe majority of our viewers are Nigerians, Africans. You understand? Though they are watching us on every part of the world as well, but we'll focus mostly on Nigeria and Africa. Are we there yet to use technology in day-to-day agricultural activities?
Okay. Yes, very well. Yes, because technology simply means the application of science. And to the end that we improve our life, that means ease of doing our activities, making life easy for us. That's if, and no one wants hardship. Literally, even if you are born into hardship, when you taste, you want to get better, in how to do things more and efficient. So I believe that we are eager, and but in terms of the word, are we there yet? Well, I cannot say we are there yet, because that word, it's so big that I don't know how to put it in context.
Mhm.
But as far as I'm concerned, I believe that this is not the way we had in 10 years ago. There is always improvement if we're going to look at it critically.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can't be talking about drones like this 10 years ago. Even, yes, 10 years ago, people associate drones with, for example, with military equipment, stuffs like that. So I believe that the adoption rate is increasing, um, as regards technology in general. But we cannot deny that it's slower to the way uh, we if we compare it to other countries in the Western world. So that's the reality for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. A nice way to put it. Um, so from your day to day, you know, outing with other farmers and everything, what kind of technologies do you introduce to your farmers?
Um, from my activities, okay. Um, we've aside, I'll still talk about drones,
Mhm.
but people are using say machineries like tractors to to for land preparation, mostly, and some are also using it as a power generating machine, so power processing mills and the likes, you
Mm.
know. So now, as regards to me, what I give to farmers and what I'm pushing out, the knowledge to which I'm pushing out, the awareness of this technology is drone technology called the unmanned area systems or vehicles.
Okay.
So through yeah, we're pushing it to the farmers to let them see and how they can use these simple tools or devices, at least, to help them make decision and also expedite some activities on their farm. Yeah.
Mm, okay. So that's good. If you're watching us now, you're on Farmer Up TV, and we have Mr. Femi Adekoya, who is popularly known as Femi Farmer, on the show with us. He's talking about technology in farming and in agriculture generally. Let's just say farming in agriculture generally. So we're going to be narrowing it down to drone technology, drone usage, drones on the farm. We all know drones are used for various things now, especially when it comes to video and movies. It's used in the movie industry. It's used, like you said, by the military. It's used in almost everywhere that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So why not in agriculture? So how do you come in with a drone technology? What does the drone technology actually offer for a farmer?
Okay, first, I like to explain drone technology and its application in agriculture. First, this way, explaining um, drones to farmers. I mean, what are drones? Because if that is clarified, then I can then present the application of it to the farmer and allowing them to adopt it easily. So, drones are area vehicles, and we are familiar with vehicles all around. I mean, cars, lorries, jeeps, with these different models or designs of vehicles are designed for different purposes or functionality. Okay, or tastes, whatsoever you may want to call it. So also you have it in drones. because they are vehicles, we have different models, different designs, different functionalities, and different purpose. Some drones are used to take pictures, all right? And as far as we are concerned, as professionals or technicians of this technology, we call those cameras sensors, because in application, they help us to collect data. They sensor the farm,
Mm.
then the farmer can use these photographs, um, analyze the photographs, and use the image to deduce or to make inference, analyze them further to be able to get some information, in depth or insights into their field, their plants, their environment. So, like I said, drones are just vehicles. So, what you attach to the drone defines what you use the drone for. If you attach, if your drone has to itself a camera, let's say an RGB camera, an RGB camera is a red, uh, green, and blue band and a spectrum. I don't want to go into technicalities, but these camera, when they take pictures, when you go ahead to analyze them, you can analyze them through vegetation index. There are a lot of vegetation index, and the most popular one of them is the normalized differential vegetation index, NDVI. So NDVI then reveals to you the health of your plant. As to how does it do that, or how will you be able to know? Because plants that are healthy reflect back a particular spectrum, I mean the color of light.
Mm.
If the plant is not healthy through the foliage, it also speak. That means in terms of the color of what is reflect back from the analysis, it tells you that this plant is stressed. Stressed of what? Then you
Mm.
begin to ask questions. Stressed of what? Okay, even before you see it with your physical eye, or even if you can see it with your physical eye, you can go ahead to quantify what you have seen. Through analysis, I mean, through computer application softwares, you can be able to quantify them and to say, okay, indeed, my farm is infested with downy mildew, and today the 25% of the leaf of or the foliage of the field is covered with downy mildew fungi. You can be able to estimate that, but with your eyes, you may not be able to do that accurately. So what I'm saying is that with sensor drone like RGB cameras, the question is, what can you do with the imaging? So what can you do with the imaging? So there's a lot we can do with the imaging. And now we are now going into data-driven agronomy or data-driven agriculture, calling it precision agriculture, whatever you want to call it. So
Mm.
where we apply artificial intelligence and machine learning to also probe into, get insight into the data, I mean, area images you have collected, and to be able to understand better. You can be able to understand your field, the slope of your field, the elevation, understanding the digital surface model, how even even I can just go to my field, fly a drone, take pictures, and get the automosite map and send it to a particular GIS specialist, and it can be able to make sense of that field. To be able to say, oh, this is where the field is located. This geo coordinates. I can see your slope. Your field is so percent slope. I can see so and so. You can be able to get more insight and help you to plan. For example, say irrigation for irrigation purpose. I hope I'm making sense and I'm speaking
Yep.
to the question. All
Mm.
right. So for irrigation purpose, you can say, okay, now I understand that I have my land is steep at this percentage of slope. Can I take which irrigation is best for me? Which pattern or layout of irrigation or drip can I employ? How can I employ it? At which orientation? How can I do it? You can be able to get those insights and make precise and accurate decision that would help your farm to be productive and to be resilient.
Mm.
Now, let me just stop. Then if I continue, I will just continue if you want me to.
No, it's okay. That's
Okay,
why
so
we're
that's
here,
right.
for you to give us insight into the old drone technology, right?
Yeah.
Well, that we're glad about that. Like I said, that's why we're here, for that insight.
Okay.
So, from everything that you've talked about,
Yeah.
What advantage you've given us a lot of reason why farmer would want to have you know
I
drone.
lost. Come again, please.
You've given us a lot of reason why a farmer should have a drone technology integrated into his farming equipment and all. As a small farmer, how costs what's the cost for such thing? How expensive can it be? Because we also have to think about that. A one man farmer just doing, managing everything. It's gonna help that farmer, but what's the cost implication for such?
I mean, the cost implication of um, adopting drone
Yeah.
by a farmer, that is relative. Um, Looking at, let's say, the scenario of the farmer trying to buy a drone. You know, drones are relatively expensive. The context or in relation to the sub-Saharan Africa farmer, the smallholder farmer. You know, for example, a professional um, or a dedicated agricultural drone that can be able to help the farmer with the full package, help the farmer to be able to take multispectral images of his farm, to be able to know deep insight, I mean, very good insight into his plant health in particular, or a drone equipped with thermosensors to monitor irrigation or to monitor plant stress in terms of drought, stress from drought and the likes. I could cost the farmer not less than 5,000 to 10,000 US dollars.
Mm,
So, and in relation to the smallholder farmer, it's quite expensive. But I tell you, um, because of the efficiency and let me use the word novelty of this technology, they are still expensive.
mm,
And I would say they pay for the price. Yes, they
mm,
pay for the price in terms of what you use them for, what they give you. But I believe I'm beginning to see um, enterprise like has integrated area precision and many others also springing up in sub-Saharan Africa, helping farmers. I mean, offering the service of drones to farmers. So that's also another way to which the farmers can adopt this technology by hiring or contracting this service um, out to service providers, so they can be able to adopt this technology. For example, I've been going around some farms with even with the drones that we have presently, with the RGB drones that we have presently, to do some area works on the farm. I was this week, earlier this week, I was on a farm, and the colleague wants to determine the shortest route for him to pass power to his farm. He needs power on his farm. He needs power to make the farm lively for his workers. He needs power on his farm to charge his phone, to connect to the internet. He needs power on the farm to pump waters. He needs water. But that would also cost him, and he's trying to get, okay, which means, can I take that will be less expensive or will cost me less? And he just thought about, I believe drones can help me answer this question. What is the shortest path from this my farm to the nearest power source? So now we helped him because we use the eye in the sky. I mean, the height of a bird,
yeah.
through the height of a bed. He cannot just be walking around and using measurement to measure, please, what's the highest? Let's measure this place. No, but with drones, we can be able to look at the distance. We can be able to look at the distance and can be able to say, oh, from above, and say, yes, now I get this place. Now we can take this place. He knows the cost that has taken away from his budget.
Wow, yeah, that's good. I would also like to add that. Femi Adekoya is also the CEO of Agridec Limited, right?
Yes.
Okay, and also there's integrated area processing, which handles the
Yeah.
drone part of Agridec and all that. So
Yeah.
if you want to get in touch with him, you can always you know get in contact with him. Like I said, he's the CEO of Agridec Limited. Um, it's a consultancy services. They also house integrated area precision, which house the drone part of the business. So if you feel you'll need that drone, you know, works on your farm and everything, he's going to be there to help you out, guys. Also, as what kind of farmer would want to use a drone? Do you, as a fish farmer, crop farming, you know, what kind of farmer would want to use a drone?
Okay. I believe um if that's why I started with defining or explaining the concept of, or the idea around drones, what are drones. So if I can help, if a farmer can be able to see, I can take this my activity or take do it in the area way, I can employ drone.
Hmm.
You mentioned fish farmer. Let's quickly give examples or use case to which fish farmer can use drone.
Okay.
Yes, there are now drones that are equipped with spreaders. Spreaders, they are called spreaders. These spreaders can be used on rice field to sow rice. These
Hmm.
spreaders can be used to broadcast fertilizers.
Hmm.
Thus, these same spreaders can also be used in fish farm to help the farmer feed his flock
Oh,
at
okay.
different points, at different times, depending on how the sophistication of the drone and the expertise or the knowledge of the farmer or the service provider. He can be able to say, okay, when you get to this place, this is the quantity, this is how many minutes. He knows that through practice, he knows that, okay, if it stays on this particular point for 5 minutes, it's going to dispense so tons of feed pellet
Hmm.
to the fish. And after that, it moves to the next point. It drops it. So no one needs to walk around the whole field, even if you have dam, a big dam of some have that pond,
Hmm.
hectares
Hmm.
of for fish
Yeah.
pond. You don't need to be waking up every time and just from your office or from your shed, just program your drone if it is equipped with autonomous flight, and you can be able to see, okay, go to this place, do spread this at this time, and it's going to spread it uniformly or the
Hmm.
way you want it. Yes, so that's another way to which farmers can use drone. They can use it to apply agrochemicals or yes, or veterinary products for their fishes or for their fish, as the case may be. You know, um, to treat the water, they can be able to apply that to the water. If it is lime they want to apply, if it is a particular veterinary medicine that they need to apply into the water to mitigate disease or prevent disease, as the case may be, the farmer can use that.
Hmm.
So there are a lot of use cases. So it depends on, the farmer can be able to say, or as a service provider, I can be able to tell the farmer, okay, you have this problem on your farm. I can help you solve it with my drone. And this is how I'm going to help you solve it. Innovative ways. For example, the last work I just did, it's when I did it, one of my colleagues was like, wow, Femi, well done. Like, because he's never done something like that before, you get. But it's just the creativity around it. How can you use this technology? How can you create your use case to fit into your context
Oh, yeah.
of your production? So aquaculture, even we've not even talked about animal husbandry.
Hmm.
So you can, if let me quickly go into animal husbandry, how you can, how drones are applied, or the use case of drone in animal husbandry. Let's say, for example, cattle production. When you have your cattle in a ranch or something like that, or in a confined environment where you have them, you can be able to, because, okay, let's say, for example, okay, this will be relatable, you know, where particularly when you go to churches or public places or event center, before you gain entrance into the place, what do they do? Apart from sanitizing your hand, they first check your temperature. With what? With a temperature, with a thermometer, digital one, right? That
Yep.
digital stuff is equipped with infrared, thermal infrared rail that can be able to, um, the heat that reflects to the sensor can be able to read it digitally to the person reading it. Good. So that thermal sensor can also be used to measure the health or to monitor the health of our of the cows or the herd. You know, see and be able to see, oh, is this animal normal at this temperature? Because we've been able to know that if with the information that you get from the infrared and the digital reader, you'll be able to say, this animal is about 40%, 40 degrees centigrade temperature. Then you'll be able to say this animal is not all right.
Mm.
Now people are now beginning to, apart from health, they are now beginning to use drones to aid. You know, the problem of Fulani men. I just believe that these people are just backward, and probably they choose to be because technology has moved far. People are now using drones. I in my school, I mean, at Paradams University, to which I just finished. Um, there's a research ongoing or a test running where a farmer was using his drone, a phantom drone, even a Mavic, because the sheep have been accustomed to the sound of the drone.
Mm.
And some
Yep.
people have now mounting the backing sound of the dog. You know, they use
Mm.
to head. So
Yep.
the drone also moves around and you'll be hearing the sound. Bo, 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 bo. So that um and where the drone moves, the sheep also moves without anybody going to the farm and going from your house to so area where your sheep are. You know, you can head them to another pasture, to another paddock. Where they have eaten this particular place, you can move them away and move them to another place with drones
Mm.
because they are accustomed to it. It's a behavior, you know. With there's this thing in biology. I've forgotten the name, but I remember this time. So that behavior has been linked together, and it has been used to train to range sheep and the like. So I can mention more in animal husbandry. So of the use case of drones, and that shows that this is the technology of the future. And I'm talking about, I mentioned about data-driven agronomy, and that's where I'm interested in particular. That's where I'm building capacity in data-driven agronomy,
Okay.
where we use drone data. I have a PhD student, a PhD researcher in Upper Adams University. Is a senior colleague, and yeah, is a senior colleague that is predicting the yield of potatoes. Okay, is predicting the yield of potato from the stem, from the area, that means the foliage, from the numbers of stem of
Yeah.
potato, even without harvesting. You'll be able to
Now,
give a farmer without harvesting it. You'll be able to say, oh, farmer, because you have to do stem of potato on your farm, this is the size of the potatoes you have. And you'll
wow.
be able to inform your market even before harvesting. This is what I have on my field. He's been able to correlate because through data, he's been able to take drone imageries that's on through unmanned area vehicles. He's able to take the imageries and use algorithm, deep learning to understand and regress these informations together and be able to predict through a model and be able to predict. And he's getting it right, really. He's getting it right. So can you see where the technology is going now? So that you can be able to predict the biomass of your pasture. Let's go back to the Fulani Herdsman issue. You can be able to, okay, if I plant my pasture in this week, because you probably you flew in a drone and just to take your data, so for some weeks, We can be able to say, oh, in the next 3 weeks, based on weather condition, and based on what I can see on my feed, particularly integrating that information into a model, you can be able to say, I will have so tons of pasture to feed my cows
Shade, yeah.
in the next 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
it's
It's really something. Um, you can see that I'm really quiet just listening to you. My main reason for being too quiet is that I'm just like, when will we get there? When will Nigeria get there? Because I'm in Canada right now, and I see how agriculture is being. It's a wow factor. You're like, wow. Are they really using this kind of machine on this farm? Are they using drone? Are they using this? It's amazing what technology does to a farm. You understand? And my main thing is that when will country like Nigeria get it? When will our mindset change? When will we adopt things like this to help us improve? You understand? So it's really, something I would love to have an answer to, which I know I like.
okay. Yes, I'm prepared for that answer, and
Yeah.
I love to answer those questions because I think I'm always I'm an optimist. Yes. I think that's the way I think. I am an optimist and I believe the best. Or I like to see opportunity even in difficult situations. Not that I love difficulty or challenges, but as much as possible, I like the story of turning adversity into advantage.
Mm,
Let me start with that. So when do we get there? We would get there. I cannot guarantee that we are going to meet this the Western world. But let me start with this. With the
mm,
fourth industrial revolution, we are now having technologies that are decentralized.
yeah.
Technologies that are decentralized, bringing decentralizations to individuals, making individuals to be their own government, to be their own. I'm not saying alpha and the omega, but close to it.
Mm,
With the new technologies that we have now, blockchain, drone technology, a lot of them, small technologies that the farmer is self-sufficient. You do not need big machineries. As a matter of fact, I tell my friends like that we're in the field, like I don't think we really need, if we don't need to really tractorize like the big tractors,
yeah.
Africa again or sub-Saharan Africa again, because they are now implements that are fitting for the smallholder farmer, fitting into our contexts.
Yeah.
You can just have it and do your 2 acres efficiently and productively, and be able to get the best out of it. Not doing 10 hectares, 100 hectares, and you are getting the yield of 1 hectare.
Mm,
That's not what we want. So that said, now coming to it, for example, drone technology. When people like us, I have been trained in the UK, I am bringing this down to Nigeria, enlightening the farmer to the reality of drones, sparking their interest to be able to see, oh, I can do this with drones.
mm,
Sooner or later, how did phone technology get all around? If we are even the one leading in the world, can we see that?
yeah.
And that's because it started somewhere. Although when it started, it was expensive and only some set of people were able to have it. But now, what do you see? Africa is the one leading in internet use.
Mm,
Does that make sense to us that something is coming out of this? If we can really, that's what I see. I'm here to provide the service, grow in this field or this industry, give my quota, and also raise many people like me because I cannot only do it. And it's so decentralized that if you don't do it early, drones are not, if you have the money, you will get it. You go
mm.
to China, they will import it. And
Oh,
market out there. They will send it to you. So little bit by little bit, enlightening farmers how they can use these things on their field. Oh, if they have gotten an RGB drone today, an RGB camera today, oh, I can use this. Then I can save up money in the next so and so with this my production, and I'll be able to acquire sprayer drone. Oh, because I have gotten sprayer drones now, then I can increase my capacity by 10 times 10 because I have removed this particular cost of manual application and time
Manual
away from it.
application time. Yeah.
So do you now know that are we going to get there? I'm an optimist, and this is where I play my case that I believe we are going to get there. People, men like us, raising up to say, okay, this is the way to do it. Yeah, you can see me. No, I didn't mention any government because I'm not trained about any government. I don't know because I don't believe we have government. I'm
No.
not saying they are not existing or we cannot get from them. No, but do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the private sector is moving things, particularly the economy of Nigeria. We see what they are doing about it. So,
Mm.
uh, let me stop there.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. We're very, grateful. Do you have a number or contact you would like to give to put on? So in case any farmer or any of our viewers would like to get in touch with you.
Yes.
Okay. Can you give it to us?
That's it in the chat box. You can help me. And my Facebook name is still the same, Femi Adekoya, or you check out uh, Femi Farmer, Femi underscore Farmer on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook, Femi Farmer, and yeah, uh, I share that content, and I also have Femi Farmer, and I also have we also have two. When I came back to the country, some just 1 month after or so, some weeks after, we organized a webinar, and it was really massive. We had it across Pan African countries, people from Malawi, from Uganda, from Kenya joined in, and where we exposed them to the reality of drones in agriculture, the place of drones in agriculture, where I shared and other experts or professionals
Okay.
like me. Yes, where we shared. So that webinar, we then created a Facebook group where I shared some opportunity and informations. It is called Nigerian uh, Ag Drone Enthusiasts.
Okay.
Yeah, Nigerian Agro Enthusiasts. That's the name of the group on Facebook. So that's where we share informations, the news of the industry, informations that can help you. There are resources that if you want to learn pilot training, although we are also planning to have practical pilot training
Okay.
soon, in very soon, very, very soon. So, but we'll be sharing informations, resources, answering questions on that group. So, and we want many people to join in. To engage with us, continue the conversation. And this is how I believe that conversations like this, conversation on those groups like that, can be able to um, gender development, gender improvement. And just like you asked, when are we going to get there? That is, we are on the way with those conversations. Those conversations will spur practical experiences, will spur farmers to know many of the use case and many more enthusiasts, those who have drones, drone owners who do not know how to use. They can be enlightened and the likes.
All right. There you have it. I have Femi's contact scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and you can check that. It's 081361163231, and his social media handles Femi Adekoya or Femi underscore farmer or Femi underscore Adekoya. And like he said, there's a fake Facebook group as well that you can join. Everything, the details are just there. So please do go on there, join up with Femi. Let's keep the conversation going. You all know us here why we talk about every aspect of agriculture, and technology is a must as well in agriculture. You
Yeah.
can't do without it, and it also helps us. increase our yield and things like that. So definitely it is a huge topic we have to talk about. So we are going to be bringing Femi back once again to talk more to us about this topic or something different. And like we always say on here, let's keep farming. Let's help farmers. Let's help each other out so that we can, do better things. And like we say, thank you so much, Femi, for joining us.
Yeah.
Some of our viewers are here. Okay, we have Shino Akinsanya, uh, who says, "Hi everyone, happy discussion." We also have William Sonny, who says, "Hello to you too, William." So thank you guys for joining us. You can go back and watch the show, share to your friends, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and go on Facebook, join Femi's group. Definitely Farmer Hub is going to go ahead and join as well. So do you have any last words for us, Femi?
Okay. Actually, we've said a lot, and there's still a lot to say.
Oh yeah, there
There's
is
a
lots
lot
to
to
say.
say. Yes, but I will implore people to join the Facebook group in particular. Follow me on social media. If you have ways you think you can use drones on your farm, in your enterprise, particularly in agriculture, I'm enthusiastic about agriculture. Not that I can't use my drones to shoot wedding pictures and the likes, but talk about agriculture. I am here for you with drones in agriculture. Yes, that's what I want to be known for. I want to be seen doing and advocating. All right. So please join the group, join the conversation. Let's get it going. Let's adopt this technology. Let's be eager. It's the technology of the future. It has a lot of benefits, and let's be open. I mean, to not only to drones technology, but there are other technology that would help improve our productivity and efficiency. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I appreciate.
All right, thank you so much, Femi, once again. We hope you'll be joining us whenever we call on you again. And
Definitely.
also that number you gave to us, it's also on WhatsApp, right?
Yes, that's my WhatsApp number.
So we're gonna join you on WhatsApp. We're gonna join your the Facebook group as well, and your different social media outfits as well, because we're gonna always keep a tab on you, and so that we'll have more to talk about. And hopefully, one of these days, we're going to be going out with you to
Okay.
actually, shoot something where you actually use the drone as well, and
Oh
we'll
yeah.
bring it on live. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you
Good stuff.
so much.
Good stuff.
God bless. Keep safe.
Yeah.
And let's keep the conversation going. Thank
All
you. Do
right.
have
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.